So first in the F tier, the worst gun in the entire game is, of course, the energy rifle. It's just so bad. I mean, it literally does 20 damage body shot and 25 damage headshot. Why would Nosny make the damage so low? And it shoots so slowly. The only good thing about it is that it bounces off walls and has infinite ammo. I remember when it actually used to do like 40 damage bouncing off walls. Now it just does like 20, and the worst thing about it is it literally costs 425 keys. I know some people who actually wasted their keys on that, or worse, Robux. I mean, the energy pistols are good, but the energy rifle is just buns. Also, it's literally a prime weapon. I mean, why did Nosny make it a prime weapon? It's just so bad. Next, also in the F tier, is the Gunblade. This always comes at the end of every tier list, but I just think it's better than the energy rifle because the energy rifle just does 0 damage, so it's kind of worse. Anyway, the Gunblade is honestly good for like closed maps like Arena, where it's easy to hit them with the melee attack after shooting them, but any big map, it's just really bad. The thing that makes it good, honestly, is the fact that if you have ammo left in the gun, when you swing it at them, it shoots a guaranteed headshot at them, doing so much damage. So anyone who shoots out all the bullets on the Gunblade is just really stupid. I don't know why they do it, because you get a guaranteed headshot. But anyway, the Gunblade, it does 45 damage body shot or something like that. And then you can just swing it around, and the best thing is you can like dash with it, so it's really hard to escape on maps like Arena, but on maps like Crossroads, Station, Docks, it's just like the worst weapon to use, and you can just easily counter it. The RPG is honestly just a Temu grenade launcher, since with grenade launcher you can still 2-shot/3-shot as well as the RPG. I mean, it doesn't curve, the projectile goes straight for some dumb reason. And honestly, it's not used that much. It's used by people who don't have grenade launcher and are broke. I mean, it does a fair amount of damage, it got buffed, and it's used for movement across like docks and whatever. It gives you more velocity than grenade launcher, and it's really good for knife clips on big maps. But on small maps, really the grenade launcher is just a better option, and you really only use the RPG if you're broke and just don't have any Robux or keys. Next in the D tier, better than the RPG, is the bow. Honestly, because of its double jump and the fact of its right ability, it honestly doesn't do much damage unless you get a headshot, but if you do, fully charged up, it does 120 damage, which is as much as the RPG body shot, but not gonna lie, the bow, it just shoots faster and can do much more damage. It's better all around. Again, it does a double jump too, and it has a move speed that's much faster. It's good for knife, and it's good for spam if you have not much skill. You don't really have to reload, and you can just really hold it down if you're spraying and praying. Your opponent, it isn't even blocked with katana, which is pretty good. I mean, riot shield is a counter, but then just use spray at that point. Yeah, it's good if your opponent is using katana and if you are mobile. Next up, we have the weapons in the C tier, which are weapons that are actually used, but there are just way better options out there. So first of all, the worst weapon in the C tier is the shotgun. Now, the shotgun's really good if like you have skill with it. In my opinion, it's really bad because your opponent just moves around and then it's just buns. But honestly, it's really good for mobile players. It's really, really good for spam. It's really obviously good for close range combat. In like a map like Crossroads, Docks, Station, any of those, it's just not possible to use. One side note is that it actually has no damage drop off. The only thing that causes it to drop off in damage is the spread. Fun fact that you did not know. It can be countered by katana. That's why mobile shotgun users get cooked by me. That's what I use to counter it, because mobile shotgun is really annoying. Shotgun does a lot of damage, but you have to be really close and you have to have really good aim, and your opponent can just like slide behind you. So I mean, it's good for spam, but all in all, not that great of a weapon. Next, better than the shotgun is the crossbow. Now, a lot of people think that the crossbow is just a Temu sniper, but actually, the crossbow has something that the sniper doesn't, and that is 100% no-scope accuracy. When you don't scope in on the sniper, the bullet goes way off its crosshair. So that's why everyone needs to scope in on the sniper. But for the crossbow, you actually don't need to scope in at all. It goes 100% at its target. Now, the problem is that it is slower, because with the sniper, you can quick melee and use fists, whereas with the crossbow, you actually have to reload every single time. This makes the crossbow a bit worse than other weapons, but it does do a decent amount of damage and has a faster move speed than some weapons. Next in the C tier is the minigun. Now, a lot of people like fanatics or noobs think that the minigun is like the best gun in the game, but honestly it has the slowest move speed, and to actually wind it up, you need to go like 100 times slower. Otherwise, like, there's a 5-second delay. So, although it's not like an F tier weapon, it's definitely not an A tier weapon like some people think. Trust me, don't spend your keys on this. It's like, honestly, energy rifle, but just a bit better. I mean, you can beam people, but either you go like 1 mile per hour, or they've already beamed you before you're wound up. Honestly, it has a lot of bullets. People can just hide before you ever wind up. So really, it's a useless weapon. Next, we're moving on to the burst rifle, which is in the B tier. Weapons that are okay. I mean, people definitely use them a lot, but, you know, there are better options out there. The burst rifle does a lot of damage really fast. That's what makes it good. It's good for jiggle peeking and all that. The problem with it is if you're out in the open, it's just not that good, because that fast damage, well, there's a pause between it, meaning that it doesn't do a lot of damage over time. And this just means that for strafes or open maps, it's not that good. Now, this is normally not the case. Like, in arena, you can take cover, docks, you can take cover, even backrooms, you can take cover. It's a good weapon all around, but it's not good if you seek fights out in the open. It's only good if you, like, run and hide. And, I mean, it can annoy your opponents, but yeah, a lot of high-level ranked users use this weapon because it's honestly one of the best out there. Next up, we have the Flamethrower, which is actually an A-tier weapon because of how little people can counter it. Some arch nemesis use it because people in the high ranks still don't know how to counter Flamethrower. The key is to stay far away, but if you use Warhorn or like some rushing tactic, it just becomes almost unbeatable. And it's really, really, really good for arena because you don't even need Scythe to get the high ground. You can use like Katana or something like that, so you can just rush right up to them. Anyway, on arena, you can just like completely fry them. Although it can get countered by grenade launcher, which does more damage quicker, it's still an A tier weapon because of how actually good it is. It has like unlimited ammo basically. You just run, hide, and wait for it to go back up. I don't really understand how that works, but whatever. And when you use the Warhorn or like some fast movement weapon with it, it becomes nearly unstoppable. As I mentioned while I was talking about Flamethrower, the grenade launcher is better than the Flamethrower because it got buffed recently and now it's just so overpowered. It's like just a better version of the RPG because it like basically does the same amount of damage. 3 shot to the ground, 2 shot to the body, and so does RPG. And also, if you're close to somebody, you cannot counter grenade launcher. Like, if someone's coming up to you with the shotgun, body shot, and then ground shot, and they're dead. Someone goes up with a flamethrower, they're boosting onto you, yep, they're just dead because you aimed right at their body. They instantly get cooked. The only problem with it is the missiles like curve, making it harder for you to hit your opponents. But if your opponents are using close range weapons, then there's nothing they can do. It is the best close range weapon of all time. It's also really good for knife. It actually doesn't make you go as fast as RPG, but it's good for closed maps like Arena. On docks, you would probably use RPG just because it has basically the same amount of ammo, just reloads slower and you can just double jump. But the grenade launcher is so overpowered on the Arena because of how fast it shoots. You can literally just hold it down, and it's also the best for farming kills on the arcade server. Next is the Distortion, and what makes this good is that it literally has infinite ammo, basically. I mean, 77 ammo, first of all, that's pretty random, and second of all, you don't need to reload in the entire round, basically. If you hold down the ammo, it'll last, like, longer than the minigun, and that's just crazy. Also, you can literally suck your opponents in and then just kill them by holding down. Honestly, it's a really overpowered weapon. When quick meleeing, sometimes you can accidentally activate the vortex, but that's really okay. Honestly, what makes it good is the ammo. It does do little damage, like far range, but if on close range maps like Bridge, Arena, Backrooms, all of those, you can trap your opponents and they just die. Next, we have the Paintball gun, which is a S-tier weapon. Everyone saw that coming. Honestly, the Paintball gun is a really, really solid weapon. It's quite pay to win, but the thing that makes it so good is that it doesn't matter whether you hit a body shot or headshot. Either way, it does 18 damage, which is really good. And not only that, but it shoots slower, which is actually an advantage versus disadvantage because you get a more steady flow of bullets. The S-tier weapons are just really good. Everybody uses paintball gun. Honestly, it's in everyone's ranked loadout. All the pros use it, except for the DL players, of course. The paintball gun is one of the most solid weapons there is. It's a good automatic. If you're good at the assault rifle, hopefully you'd be good at the paintball gun. Yeah, it's definitely something to save up for, unlike the energy rifle or the minigun. Alright, after the paintball gun is the new Perafrost gun, which everyone is going crazy about. They say it's the best weapon in the game. So many arch nemesis are using it, and a lot of people think if you have the Permafrost, there's no point in not using it. Now, this is a definitely valid argument, unlike arguments for like the minigun or whatever like that. There's only one side thing about the Permafrost that makes it not the best weapon. It's the fact that it has no ADS, which means that its accuracy is not 100%. There's no way to get 100% accuracy on it. Like the assault rifle, you can just scope in, but on the Permafrost, it has its freeze ability. Now, the freeze ability also, if people didn't know, the less bullets you have in the mag, the faster it takes for your opponents to unfreeze. So people can't just wait until they have 2 bullets left and then freeze your opponents because they just instantly freeze. And the freeze ability, honestly, isn't that good unless you have the shorty. It's still one of the best weapons in the game and is definitely just super overpowered. Next, the second best weapon in Roblox Rivals is definitely the sniper. I mean, it does a literal one shot to the head. And if you're good at it, you're completely unstoppable. I always ban Sniper in ranked, honestly, because I'm not that good at it, and I just can't counter it because of how good people are with it. So many arch nemesises use it, others just counter it or ban it because they just can't handle how fast it does damage. Like, if someone peeks their head out, they're dead. Whereas any other weapon, you have to take time to damage them. The sniper is the one weapon that will instantly kill someone from a far range besides the glass cannon, but like that's kind of unavailable. So yeah, probably really OP in my opinion. It's definitely an S tier weapon. And now finally for the best gun in Roblox Rivals. This is the gun that comes on top every time. The gun that everyone uses, the gun that I use. It's the assault rifle. The default primary is definitely the best. If you think about it, it's actually overpowered. It shoots so quickly, it has so much ammo, it does so much damage. People look for alternatives like the burst, the flame, any pay-to-win things don't come on top of the assault rifle. If you master it, it is just the greatest weapon of all time. I mean, it's just overpowered how good it is. If you have good tracking, it is incredible. It has really good skins. I use the AUG. It has the best aim down sights. And I mean, it's just overall the best weapon. It's good for every scenario. I use it in back rooms. I use it in every weapon. And it just comes on top every time. Thank you so much for watching my tier list. I really appreciate it. If you could drop a like and subscribe, that would be awesome. If you like my tier list, here's the finished thing. You can refer to it anytime when you're looking for weapons to buy or weapons to use or weapons to get good at. And also, quick note about the giveaway. Nobody actually commented the Roblox username. So, unfortunately, the giveaway that I said about is not going to happen. But thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.